lost in the haze of Cam Newton going to New England, which is the number one sports story that everyone's been talking about here the last couple of days, is some old-fashioned punishment. Specifically, the Patriots' punishment for videotape-related violations, some in the football media dubbing it Spygate 2.0, and the Patriot video crew. I'm sure you've heard about this before. I'm bringing it up now, but the Patriot video crew was caught illegally filming the Bengals sidelines before the Patriots were going to play the Bengals, and they were ostensibly recording footage for the website Do Your Job, the Patriots website that had a series called Do Your Job, and the crew was there, in theory, to record a day in the life of an advanced scout for the Patriots. Well, obviously it didn't work out that way. The Browns-Bengals game, and some overzealous Bengal employee said, "Oh my God, I can't believe what I'm seeing here," and then made a federal case out of it. Now, the Patriots admitted there was some wrongdoing right away. They admitted culpability right away. They claimed that it was an independent contractor that was doing it who overstepped his requirements, or the request of the Patriots to record that. So anyway, as a result, the NFL stripped the Patriots. Here's the punishment of a 2021 third-round draft pick, fined them $1.1 million. Also, the Patriot production crews are now banned. They are kind of like the NBA's banned from China. The Patriot video crew is banned from shooting any games during the 2020 season. Also, senior club officials, this is my favorite part, senior club officials are going to have to undergo required training on league operation and game policies. So they're going to indoctrinate the Patriot executives there, and some of the front office people are going to throw them and say, it's kind of like going back to the DMV, and you're like, hey, you got a ticket, so you have to take your driver's training over again is what you have to do. Okay. So anyway, why am I bringing this up right now? This story happened a couple of days ago. Well, it led to several dingleberries while I was away from deep in the heart of Texas who contacted me. You know who you are. I should name the guilty is what I should do, but I didn't write down the names. Anyway, but the main gist of the response was, hey, Maller, you need to condemn the Patriots because what they did is worse than the Astros, and you'll never admit it. You'll never admit it because you're a Dodger lapdog and blah, 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 blah. Now, I am going to start this by saying it is obviously low-hanging fruit, but that is the most delicious fruit. Low-hanging fruit is the most delicious. So I'm going to take the bait. You think you're going to say, I got you, Maller. No, you didn't get me, right? So toss-up question. More despicable professional sports franchise in terms of cheating, the Patriots or the Astros? The answer? The Astros. That's the answer. Now, I've got the rule of drama, taste test, and neurosis. And we will combine all these things together. Now, first of all, the Patriots, who have dabbled in gamesmanship over the years, and we've highlighted this many times in the last 20 years, Fox Sports Radio has been on the air. They have been dinged repeatedly. It's like a bunch of fender benders the Patriots have picked up over the years. Bill Belichick is somebody that has believed in the mantra that you push the envelope. That's the battle cry. You push the envelope. He does not mind doing a tap dance over some hot coals. Belichick's not afraid of that. And in each situation, all right, each situation individually, things involving the Patriots were often blown completely out of proportion. And it gets twisted into this Greek tragedy. And it's the rule of drama, right? You know the rule of drama. Things are always going to be more drawn out, messy, unpredictable, and complicated than they need to be. That is the rule of drama. That is it. And you had the original Spygate, the unapproved sideline location for filming. And keep in mind that videotaping your opponent, whether it be on offense or defense, doesn't matter, right, during a game, that is actually not prohibited by the NFL. Even today, it's not prohibited. However, there are certain places in the stadium where you are allowed and not allowed to film. course, anybody that had half a brain, the Patriots could have easily circumvented that. Any team can circumvent it. How do you get around that? All right, you strategically buy a ticket for a team employee, but you put them in the crowd dressed in the hometown team's gear, and they are free to record whatever they want because they're not with a Patriot credential. In this case, talking about the Patriots. Now, you also had some of the other controversies. You had the walk-through gate. That was 18 years ago now, before the Rams played the greatest show on turf, the old St. Louis Rams and Patriots rather played in that Super Bowl. Now, that was also a bunch of fake news. The Boston Herald admitted as much. In fact, they apologized on the front and back page of the Boston Herald that they screwed up that particular story. Then more recently, you had the Deflategate 2015 AFC title game. It's already been 5 years. And that was absurd. The underinflated footballs, and the Colts, who were absolutely beaten like a drum. That was back before Andrew Luck quit on football, but they were beaten like a drum. And those initial reports, Chris Mortensen completely botched that. He said that 11 of the 12 Patriot footballs were deflated by 2 PSI below the legal requirement. When the legend becomes the fact, you go with the legend. Now, later on, Chris Mortensen's sloppy work was corrected. State-sponsored NFL Network corrected what Mortensen had incorrectly reported, that only 1 of the 11 footballs was 2 PSI under the limit. That's a big difference between 11 of 12 and then 1 of the actual 11. So we got the number wrong. Both numbers were wrong. And there were a few that were just like a tick under and all that stuff. And I don't want to go down this road again because I spent a lot of time and we have a lot of drops from that era of the show. But in that investigation, it was determined that Indianapolis broke a written league rule. They actually tested the air pressure of the football that was intercepted by, I forget who it was, one of the Patriots defensive players intercepted Tom Brady during the game, and the Colts were not punished. They went unpunished for that. The NFL kind of looked the other way. And then, just to finish up here, the independent investigation that found that this was a nothing burger, that the balls, the Patriots footballs, declined about what was expected based on the ideal gas law, which I have not mentioned in some time here. And the Colts footballs declined by less. So if you go by that measure, the pressure of the Colts footballs in that 2015 Deflategate mumbo jumbo was actually statistically higher than expected, which implied that the Colts kept their footballs in a warm room when they were measured. And all you have to know about how that story was bogus is that the NFL announced that they were going to mark down the PSI levels of every football for the following season, and they were going to have a follow-up investigation. I'm still waiting. It's now 5 years later and nothing, but you get the point. All right, now secondly, the Astros have no such avenue of escape. None. Their DNA is everywhere. There is blood all over the crime scene. Any success that this recent vintage of the Astros has had is phony. It's fraudulent. It's fake. It's a cubic zirconia. It's not a diamond. The entire franchise's foundation built on quicksand. So let's call a spade here. In a blind side-by-side taste test, if you do the side-by-side, the Astros look much worse than the Patriots. It's not my opinion. It's a fact. The Astros, any success they've had is a byproduct of tanking, right? If you say, well, I'll overlook the cheating, it's the franchise charter. Okay, it's a franchise charter. They took the easy road. They did not attempt to field a competitive baseball team for years to get high draft picks. 2011 to 2013, Astros lost 106, 107, 111 games. Had nobody watching their games on television. 0.0 rating in the Houston market. But they got high draft picks. They took a page out of Sam Hinkie's playbook from the 76ers. And then the year they, in air quotes, right, won the World Series, they were proven cheated. They cheated, right? Now, in comparison, the Patriots, what they did is mostly benign things. The Astros literally and figuratively are the dirtier in a side-by-side comparison. It's indisputable. In the 2017 MLB produced World Series video, you could see the table, the very table where the Astros set up their espionage during the World Series. So Jose Altuve, Bouvet, George Springer, that's Chris in San Antonio's wife's favorite Astro, Alex Bregman, and all the rest of those Houston hobos, all of them, they've all got the stank on them. And it comes from the horse's mouth, right? Comes from the horse's mouth. The great whistleblower Mike Fiers, who gave a tutorial on the 5 W's, the who, what, where, when, why, and how, if you want, of what happened in that cheating scandal. The Astros were playing by a different set of rules. Bang, and bang. Say what you want about the Patriots. They were caught videotaping in a wrong location in the stadium. And the PSI thing was complete bullcrap. That was complete bullcrap, as proven by the NFL's lack of continuing down that path because they realized there was nothing to it. So, but the Astros, what they did, it's tangible. It's proven. All right, final thought. So the Patriots' reputation precedes, and it actually helps them out and gives them this bizarre competitive advantage. What do I mean by that? What kind of competitive advantage do they have? NFL teams and the league office itself, this goes all the way to the very top in NFL circles, suffer this neurosis of PDS, Patriot Derangement Syndrome. And it's extreme paranoia is what it is. And if you read or hear enough of the same thing, sooner or later, we all begin to believe what we hear and read, whether or not it's true. Right? Famous quote. It's accurate. The Patriots are a case study in this case, right? Because always thinking that Bill Belichick is up to something nefarious, even when it's not proven true. Beating the Patriots is like solving the Rubik's Cube for these NFL teams. And New England was not built on tanking, and that's the major difference here. The Patriots have dabbled in gamesmanship, but what the Astros did was blatant. It was over the top. There's no apology accepted at all. The Patriots, though, when they built this thing up, they didn't take the shortcut. They did not. There was no tanking required. In fact, head-to-head, the Patriots have actually been punished for their perceived transgressions, unlike the Astros, who got not even a slap on the wrist, not even a mosquito bite for the Astros. Rob Manfred, the gutless, spineless commissioner of baseball, closed his eyes, covered his mouth, and he didn't want to deal with it. He didn't want to deal with it. Spineless. But the Patriots have been punished. They've lost over the years now 2 first-round picks, a 3rd round, and a 4th round pick have been lost as compensation. And that matters more in football draft picks than in baseball. Patriots have been dinged a ton in that particular department. But listen, that is a ringing endorsement of the Patriots when you think about the difference, comparing and contrasting the Astros in baseball and the Patriots in football. And despite not having all the draft picks, despite not being built on a foundation of quicksand, the tanking, they are the flower that continues to bloom in adversity. And that is the most beautiful flower out there. When you think about all the crap that people have been throwing at the Patriots, and they have mastered the bare necessities of winning. And Houston hasn't won anything that isn't tainted, right? The franchise is dirty, 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 all the way through.